seem to be missing one of these labels.
I hope not. I think it's underneath the, it was back there.
Under you?
It was on the starboard side, outside.
As soon as I got that email.
I never got it.
No.
Was it only sent to crew?
Thank you.
Was it from Don Warren?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never got it.
What did it say?
I could have showed you. Essentially, we've been hearing that people have seen the crew and captains without their jackets, and I just wanted to remind everyone that it's required that they wear it at all times on the boat.
I'm not opposed to it or anything, but I don't understand how the tourists don't have to wear it when we do. Like, I'm not arguing.
No, I agree. It makes, they should.
Yeah.
I think it's because the Coast Guard is making it mandatory. It's supposed to go into effect this year, but they are making it mandatory you wear a jacket at all times.
I'll show you where the rocks are.
Well, with all the drownings this year, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
What is it now, 20 or something in Ontario alone?
I think it's higher than that.
Yeah, I think it is. Because a guy just died off of the Sega a few weeks ago.
Not one person, of course, was wearing a life jacket that's drowned. Well, you can drown with one of these on, because if you get knocked out or get the wind knocked out of you, right, you can end up face down. If you're wearing a keyhole one. I don't see how you can drown unless you're unconscious and the waves are covering you.
Is there any extra water bottles in there?
There's all kinds of it. It was nice of you to bring out lots. It's really interesting. On these fair days, you see clouds always. Oh, you might have to close that. I don't know. It's up to you. I don't care.
Oh, we'll just close it.
But it always seems on the fair days you get the clouds all around the horizon.
Yeah. Any phone lines over this way right now?
Not that I know of.
Going south, those storms that have been moving in over the last two weeks have been so bad over Owen Sound that most of Owen Sound apparently is doesn't have a phone line.
Wow.
And if you can get a hold of Bell, they're telling you 1.5 to 2 weeks before they can get to you.
That's like that one winter when all those telephone poles went down by Underwood.
Yeah.
I phoned and I said, when the hydro going to be back on? 4 or 5 days. It's the middle of winter. I think I'm going to do the same thing when I came out of there. I'm going to go straight across into the channel, see if I can miss all those.
Yeah, when we came back, I think Howard cut it a little close to the starboard side, but
well, you know what? With the north wind, it's really it keeps pushing you. The wind takes the boat and pushes it over. Because I've done that north. That's why I don't like the north wind.
Yeah, it looked like the port side of the river berth there was the calmest.
Oh, okay. If there was any calm. We came out on that side though, and it wasn't that calm.
No.
Well, if it gets too much, I'll just let James run. He'll crank you up to 4,500, be in the harbor before you know it. Right, James?
Yeah. Did you go to the Truck Fest?
Did I? No, I missed it. I had to work all weekend.
It's pretty good. The turnout.
I heard. Did the one from Southampton here go with it? guess it would be a bit of a drive up and around. But
You're tall, James. You can see if there's anything out there.
So do you make the boot from the cross games as well?
occasionally. It's mainly just the hockey teams that we do it for.
So do you do the away team and the attack?
We do the attack, we only do their special teams. And mainly it's just London and Kitchener that we do for the away teams.
So do they eat before or after?
Yeah, we'll say their game ends at 9:40, 9:45, something like that. We have to be down at the shore for 9:35 if it's a 9:40 game. And yes, there's overtime and everything that we have to take into account. But we essentially have to get it there 5 minutes before the game's over. Because what we do is we load it onto their bus, and it's sitting on their bus ready to go. Because as soon as they're done, they're into their change room, change
on the bus.
onto the bus.
So they eat on the bus?
They eat on the bus. So a lot of the times, they'll be jumping on the bus, and they're going for a 6-7 hour bus ride, sometimes longer.
So do you like pre-package individual ones, or is it just like your one?
Everything's individual.
Oh, really?
We mass produce it and send it out quickly as possible.
So is it pretty much all the same, or a variety?
It's, for big things like that, it's always the same, but it's, like, do you know what a chicken parm is?
Yeah.
Chicken parmesan?
Like, is it one breast?
It's a breaded chicken breast that's been deep fried,
Yeah.
and tomato sauce and cheese on it.
Yeah.
That's the most common thing, so they'll get 45 of those, 45 side passes, which are usually what's called spaghetti bolognese, which is just a spaghetti with tomato sauce. It's a fancy name for tomato sauce. And 45 Caesars salads, and all the cutlery required for that. And they always provide their own beverages, because they usually do like a Gatorade or something afterwards.
Yeah, and they're all sponsored and stuff like that too. So do you know far ahead that it's gonna, like, the order's gonna be placed?
Most of the time we do, like, we deal big orders all the time. We're one of 2 restaurants in town that can handle more than 30 people tables.
Who's the other one? Kelsey's?
Joe Tomatoes.
Oh.
We've held 150 people at a time before. For great big ones like that, we shut down though. At least once a week we have a table of about 35, 40 people. And maybe once every 6 months we know what that table's ordering ahead of time. sit-down restaurant. It's not fast food like a McDonald's or anything, but we have to work fast as possible so we're not taking an hour to get somebody's food out.
Yeah. I don't see anything yet.
No, there was a bit of brush there, but I'll let it surface and you can surf in. I'm try and get over towards the green buoy, so that wind.
Too bad the power spectrum doesn't have like the hands-on boating. I've always wondered that.
They were talking about doing a couple courses this year on the boats, but Cindy and everybody just couldn't get around to it.
Is that Cindy Chantry? She runs it?
She's a training officer.
No way.
Yeah, she was in our trainer. Well, she didn't. It was really Wayne, though. Really.
Yeah. She's actually one of me, Howard, Cindy, and there was another guy. I can't remember his name, but he's a bigger, older fellow.
Oh, that's not Cindy's boyfriend?
No. We got trained to do the courtesy checks. I was supposed to go over to Port Elgin and do some courtesy checks with Cindy, but I never got around to it because I was working so much.
Did Howard have to keep steering and oversteering?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. So it's not just me. Well, we were never trained to take the boat in a channel like this.
Oh, really?
No. Experience. I think it was actually worse going out, don't you?
Oh yeah.
It's just that the wind wants to push it sideways here. So next year with the new boat, all the passengers are going to be inside with the captain.
That's what they were saying, yeah.
What? It's gonna be
Enclosed. And I told them, I told them when they ordered it, I said, you know, I don't think that's a good idea because I said sometimes you have to really pay attention to what you're doing out here.
Yeah.
And might make the passengers nervous.
No way.
Yeah, and last year there was an 11-year-old, she screamed at the top of her lungs all the way out. If she was in the cabin with me, I would have thrown her overboard.
The boat is designed to have an open
But
floor,
not too many, yeah.
But Howard was saying there's a bench on either side that they sit on, at the back of the cabin.
Not very much though, I mean, not for, some of them are going to have to be inside. There's not enough room for everybody to be outside.
Yeah.
But aren't they getting it customized?
Yes, that's what they ordered.
But they just, oh, wow.
I know. I wish somebody else had to spoke up because I was the only one. They looked at me like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just a new guy. What do you know?
And then if someone like throws up, it'll be all over the cabins.
Oh, please. Wouldn't that be awful?
Custom Stanley, all aluminum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what the reason was? Oh, we can go out in the rainy weather. Well, you know, the passengers don't want to go out in rainy weather anyways.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get wet anyhow walking to the lake.
That's right. Well, we have umbrellas now.
Wow, I didn't know that.
When I saw the design of the boat, I just shook my head and thought, oh, what are they thinking? I like this boat better. Keep this boat.
They still don't know what they're doing with this boat.
You better hang on to
It's
it.
been sniffing around with selling it, I think.
Well, last year when they thought they were going to get the new boat, they said, well, maybe we can sell it to an organization like ours for like $1 or something like that. I don't think they paid anything for it but it was a wreck when they got it. So the crew got a directive, wear your life jackets. The captains, we didn't get an email, but we get a directive here saying it's your responsibility to make sure everybody's wearing them. That's the one that was out, right?
Yeah.
So how did you move that, the danger buoy there?
I picked it up with my hands and broke my back. There was some cop came down and he said, well, let's try and move it. So we got in and we both manhandled it in.
So what's it got holding it down? Just cement?
Yeah.
Oh.
But the cement doesn't weigh a lot, so.
Well, no wonder.
Well, not underwater.
Some take a big log and it grabs onto it, it's going to pull it.
Yeah. They might be closed because I went twice and they were closed the other day.
We're not sure
What, the tour base?
No, the Jacksons. I don't know if they've been
Oh.
They get fresh fish other than wired.
Oh, Lockheed's.
Who?
Lockheed's
Where?
in Owen Sound.
There used to be a place out on the reserve where you could get fresh fish. Is
I
it
don't know how fresh the fish is.